Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 to my last video. It's pretty much just a recap of what happened after my surgery and everything that happened in those years from 2017 to now, and a current update as to what's going on right now. I want to get this over with, that way I can start filming what's coming up in the next couple of days, because I'm actually getting ready to go up to Phoenix, but I'll catch you up on that later on in this video. So to go back to my last video, I had just had my surgery. I was feeling good. The recovery process for my surgery was kind of harsh. I mean, it was spine surgery, but for the most part I was okay, and I recuperated really fast. I mean, for the most part. But then after like a month or two, I ended up with the same symptoms. I mean, they were still continuing, but then they just got progressively worse again after the next couple of months, and we came up to Phoenix. Well, we went up to Phoenix for a checkup, and while I was up there, I was really, really bad. So my neurologist just decided to admit me from that point on. I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, I believe. And while I was there, they did a whole bunch of different treatments trying to treat my symptoms, and like, which was my headaches and all of that different stuff. So they tried these different protocols that they have for what I was dealing with, but everyone that they tried, like, I would have really bad side effects for, and I would get super sick, and it was really bad. And we didn't expect to stay in Phoenix. Like, we were just going up there for a doctor's appointment. Like, we didn't really think that we were gonna have to stay. So me and my mom ended up staying, and my stepdad and my brother had to drive back, and then my family ended up coming up to see me during the time I was up there. But so it was really difficult for me to be up there, because again, I was not prepared to be there, so I didn't want to be there, and I was in so much pain, so it was really bad. After they discharged me, it was pretty much just, they had gotten the pain under control somewhat. I mean, enough to discharge me, but I mean, it still wasn't fixed. So after that, I started, my neurologist decided that it would be a good idea for me to start these Botox and nerve injection treatments, which I had been getting in the hospital when I was admitted. Sorry, I can't think right now. So the Botox treatments is not like the facial Botox. Like, I mean, it is facial Botox, but it's not like the cosmetic Botox, or it's like, oh, you're just getting, no. Like, Botox has been used to treat migraines and pain, like, I mean, from your head for a while now. So the Botox, yes, I mean, now I can technically, kind of. Oh, I can. Sorry, that was like, see, because I wasn't able to move my eyebrows for a really long time. I would get Botox treatments from this area, like all my forehead, like multiple little needles around my head, to the back of my head, down my spine, down my neck, into my shoulders, and then these these big needles that would go into like the back of my head. And they were supposed to be like injected so that way, like, the pain receptors could, like, I guess, numb themselves, so that I wouldn't be in so much pain all the time. So I got about, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm not sure how many treatments I got. I got a bunch. It was over the course of the next couple of years that I got those treatments. So 2017 and 2018, I think I got like 9 rounds. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really was. I mean, considering how many needles, and at the time the insurance didn't cover that, so it was really great. It was great. But yeah, so I was doing that, and I mean, it was helping for a good period of time, as you can tell. I mean, I was doing them for so long. So we had thought that we had figured it all out then, and we're like, oh great, like, that's just gonna be my pain management, would be going up there to get those injections, and it's gonna be fine. But then after a while, the injection stopped working, and when the injection stopped working, I started like dreading going up to Phoenix, because I'd be like, well, why are they gonna continue to stick me in the face? And it was so painful. Like, I can't even express to you how painful they are. Like, if any of you gotten Botox, you know how painful it is, but I mean, imagine, like, with that, and then the big old needles in the back, nerve blocks, no. Yeah, so I mean, I would hate doing those things. So I'd be like, well, why am I gonna go do it if it's just gonna, like, cause more pain at the end of the day? Like, there's no point. So then at one point the neurologist decides, you know, yeah, you're right, like there's no point in continuing and if it's not doing you any good. So we stopped the Botox and the nerve injection treatments entirely. And at this time, they released a new drug called Amiovic, and it was the first approved FDA medication for headaches and migraines, like chronic migraines. So at this time, they were only issuing it to specific patients that neurologists saw that actually like fell into the realm that this medication was needed, or I guess, yeah, I don't know if I said that right, but like, so my neurologist thought that I was a good candidate for this medication, so she was able to get me onto the list so that I could get the medication. This medication, it was an injection, or is an injection, sorry, because it's still here. So now they have a whole bunch of different kinds of injection for migraines, but before they used to not have any type of migraine specific medications. So this injection, it was a little shot thing, kind of like an insulin shot, and you would take it once a month, and it was supposed to calm down your headaches, and that actually helped from all of 2018 to like 2019 ish, because half of 2019 is when I started getting sick again. It was working, and it was really, really great, because I was like living a normal life. I was going to college, like I've been on the disabilities program at school, in college, so I've been able to have accommodations with everything that's going on in the case that I have to go up to Phoenix or have a really bad day. So even though I was doing really good, I had those accommodations to kind of like as a safety net, but I didn't really have to use them that much because I was doing so good. Like I was doing really, really good for a while there. Like I just didn't think that I was going to have to be dealing with this anymore. So the surgery was kind of off the table at that point. So fast forward to, well, the 2019, like around, honestly, I can't even, my brain is like, I have like complete brain fog now. Like I cannot remember what I did yesterday, let alone what I did. Like trying to recall these things is horrible. Let's just say the end of 2019, because I can't remember the exact date. I started again with the really, really bad, I'm lying. I started again, yeah, with the bad migraines. The absolute end of 2019, I remember now. The absolute end of 2019, I started with the really bad migraines again, but like not like manageable. Like I would have like them every day, but it would be fine. But then, in December, I ended up getting the flu. And the thing about me is that when I get sick, I get sick. Like there's no, like it's not like this like half butt type, like, oh cough, haha, like no, like when I get sick, I'm sick. Like that's how I ended up with this whole situation when I got the sinus infection to begin with. Like I always get super, super sick, so I got the flu. And the flu is bad as it is, and I should have gotten the flu shot. I know, but I had kept postponing it until I got the flu, so I was like, great. So I got super, super sick, and of course I can't, because of what I'm going through, I can't deal with two pains at once. So I was dealing with the pain of the flu and the pain of my head at the same time, and it was agonizing. I was like, okay, like whatever, it's just the flu. Like that's what's aggravating my head. It's nothing to worry about. So I was sick until like New Year's. After New Year's, the week after New Year's, I started getting better. So it's like from Christmas-ish to New Year's, I was really sick. And then after that, I was feeling a little bit better, but my headache was not, like, it did not budge. Like, it was still really, really bad. So when we went up to my new neurologist, because we moved from the Children's Hospital to the Barrow Neurological Institute, because at this point I'm 19 now, so I'm not obviously a child, and I can't go to the pediatric neurologist anymore. So I went over to Barrow Neurological Institute, the adult side, and I got moved to this new neurologist, and she decided, you know what, like let's run some different tests. Like I want to make sure like that we touch every single base before we even talk about surgery, because she's amazing and she wants to just make sure that I'm good, So she starts running all these different tests, and one of the tests that she runs is a spinal tap. So I had gotten a spinal tap before in the beginning, when this whole thing started, and it came out normal. But she wanted to run another one just to make sure my CSF fluid, which is in your spinal canal, was normal. So she runs this test, this spinal tap, and while I'm up there, I mean, when you have a spinal tap, I mean, I don't know if you guys know what it is. I mean, it's a needle going into your spine. I mean, it's really uncomfortable. It's kind of like getting an epidural. Well, I mean, I think it is. Watch how much I know. So I get the spinal tap. It's really uncomfortable, but I'm fine. Still really bad with the headache. Then I get home. So I'm in Phoenix for like a day or two after I get the spinal tap. And then I come back home, and then I start with this agonizing, like debilitating, like I thought my headache was bad already. Like, no, this headache knocked me on my butt completely. Like, this was horrible. Like, I mean, now it's my everyday, but like, for considering that I was having 2 good years of like practically like little to no headache, to having that, I was like, oh my god, like I didn't realize how good I was until I got bad again. Does that make sense? Like, until I got that bad, until I knew I was doing okay, but I didn't realize like I was doing that good. Does that make, I don't know if that makes any sense. I mean, I hope that kind of makes sense, because then you guys could kind of understand where I'm coming from here. But so yeah, so I get the spinal tap, and I debilitating headache. Like every time I would get up, like it was just like horrible, like pounding. And I mean, I used to have these type of headaches before in the beginning, but I was not used to having them anymore, so it was just horrible. So I got super scared, and then I found out later that it was just a spinal tap headache. So I was like, great, wonderful, because I mean, I guess with the spinal tap you get these residual headaches, like that's one of the symptoms. Great. You get these headaches every time you stand up, because I guess your CSF fluid is leaking from the point where they punctured you, right? So after that healed, I was like thinking, it's gonna be fine, we're gonna be good, we're gonna go back to normal. I mean, I was already having, pretty bad headaches, but nothing compared to this spinal tap headache. Let me tell you, I was so wrong. Because now after that, we're getting headaches every single day, absolute like debilitating migraines like the spinal tap headache was. But now also we're getting the Chiari headache, the Chiari specific headache, which is this pain behind your head that feels like you're literally being ripped open from the back of your head, and your muscles on your neck and on your shoulders feel like they're burning constantly. And my face is always turning red like a tomato. Do you see this right now? Like, this is not like, yes, I don't have makeup on and like I have really bad pimples because of my stress, but like this right here, this is not normal. This is because I'm burning alive actively. I feel like my face is on fire. I am not exaggerating this. I'm so frustrated, can you tell? So, I mean, I've been up to Phoenix like 3 times after the spinal tap because of this issue. And I've been put on 4 new different medications. I've gotten this thing, it's called the Cephalate. It's a headache zapper. If you remember from my last video, one of my neurologists tried to scare me and tell me that he was going to put electrodes into my head to zap me. Well, I mean, I think karma just came bit me in the ass, because now I have this thing, it's called the Cephalate, and you put it right here, right? I don't want to put it because I have oil on my face right now. And then, so whatever, you put it, and then you put this, attach it right there. Do you see? Oh. Okay, well, you attach this to this, then you press that little button, and it zaps you in the head. And it hurts so bad. But I mean, nothing compared to my headache. But like, I mean, do we really need to be zapped in the head when you already have a headache? Tell me. Does that make sense? No. But it's supposed to help. So I've been trying, I've been doing it every night. You're supposed to do it every night to kind of get your brain to like rewire. I don't know. It's something they try to explain to me. But like I said, I barely pay attention to things when I probably should. We also got a new, because remember how I said before that I was on the Amyovig, the shot. Well, they're trying a new shot, and it's called insert name here. Because I don't remember. But it hurts so bad. Everything that they put me on right now hurts so bad. And it's a different version of Amiovic. It's by a different company, and it's supposed to, they want to try the different medication to see maybe if I'm just become resistant to the Amiovic, or if like it just doesn't work for me at all. Like they just want to try different medications just to make sure, like to exhaust all options, because again, we talked about surgery, but they don't want to even like get into that realm yet, because they feel like there's still other things that we could do before that, because it's such an invasive surgery, which makes sense. I mean, they're really cutting open your piece of a skull and taking it out so your brain could breathe. Like, if we get to that point, y'all will be with me so y'all understand. Anyways, and then on top of that, I went up to Phoenix this last time, and I've been in a lot of pain. Like right now we're doing good. We took our medication. I mean, yes, I'm burning alive. We're doing okay. Like, but like for the most part, like every single day I've just been feeling like I'm back in the same position that I was in 2016. Like, and it's scary. It's really scary. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to feel this way anymore, because I want this to be over with. I mean, I know everything's gonna be okay. I know it will. And I'm stressing, and I have really bad anxiety right now. That's why I'm kind of talking really fast. This is probably a really bad time to film this video, but I want to film it right now, because if I don't film it now, then it's going to totally defeat the purpose of what I'm going to film tomorrow and the next couple of days. Now I'm going to get to that. So this last trip to Phoenix, when they did the they did nerve blocks. My video is all over the place. Oh my god. You guys can tune out now. I mean, I'm not making any sense at this moment. They did nerve blocks. So they did these injections. I'll put the video right.
The one that we have is 8 o'clock in the morning.
These injections, like here and here and here and here and then here, kind of like they did before, like with the Botox, except the big needles I told you they would put in the back, they just put it all over my forehead and in the back again this time. I mean, it was able to calm down my pain a little bit for the most part, but I mean, not entirely. I mean, I'm still dealing with it. But anyways, so fast forward again to now. When we were up there, when we went to go get the nerve blocks, my neurologist told me about this treatment. It's called the ketamine infusion. And if lots of you guys don't know what ketamine is, y'all can go look it up after this video, because I'm not going to sit here and explain it, because I'm going to get scared. So ketamine is just a really hard drug. I mean, that's all I can really explain. And they do an infusion over the next couple of days. So starting tomorrow, we're going to fly up there at 4 in the morning today. They're going to do the treatment from tomorrow till Monday, I believe. If all goes well, until Monday. If they notice that it's not working, then they're going to cut it short. But I'm going to film all of that, and that's going to be a totally separate video. This video is going to be up before that, so hopefully it'll be up by like tomorrow or the next day, depending on when I have time to edit it. But yeah, so right now we're getting prepared for that, and I'm kind of like, I'm all over the place, because I'm like, I guess scared, if we're being honest. Like, I'm terrified. I always am. I mean, you're always, I mean, I don't want to get into, I'm so annoyed with myself. I have to keep telling myself that everything's gonna be okay. That's just the thing, and I just need to stop being dramatic. And I just need to know that God's with me at all times, and that everything that's happening right now is for a reason. And regardless of how scared I am, everything's gonna be okay. And I am so sorry that this video is all over the place, and I'm so sorry it's so rushed. I really, really wish that I could have gotten this in a more elaborate and more like short, I mean longer, like actual talk where I could sit down and detail like everything that was going on. But I want to kind of get this done fast, because I mean, I still have to go to sleep and wake up in like 3 hours. No, not even, I'm being exaggerated, like 5 hours. So I'm kind of just trying to get this done really fast, but I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I will be posting the next video after I get back from Phoenix, so hopefully by Thursday, or Thursday or Friday of next week. And that'll be documenting everything that happens over there, and God willingly everything goes well, and we'll just have good news from that, hopefully. Because that's supposed to help my headaches and like my pain that I'm going through. That's supposed to minimize it, and I'll explain more of that in that next video. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update as to where I'm at right now, what happened then, why this is so stressful, and why I decided to make this channel now. Because I mean, like I said, like I'm telling you, my brain, that's another horrible thing about this circumstance, is that like on top of like my anxiety that I already deal with on a daily basis, having to deal with the pain in my head all the time, like my brain does not correlate like my thoughts correctly. So I'm already speaking at 1,000,000 miles an hour as it is, but trying to understand what I'm saying before it comes out of my mouth is very difficult. Anyways, so yeah, this is done. This is over. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. I will answer them in my next video. But if there's anything that I didn't touch on correctly, please like let me know, and I mean, I don't know. I want to make this to the point where like people understand what's happening, you know, like where I'm able to describe myself clearly, which obviously I did not do a good job at in this video, and I apologize for that again. But I really hope that you guys were able to kind of get a sense of what's happening right now, and even as rushed as it was, I mean, I hope that this wasn't that hard of a video for you guys to watch. I'm sorry. But again, thank you so much for even taking the time. If you watched it or if you skipped through it, thank you. I really appreciate it. And for everyone who's been in my life right now and who has given me so much hope and giving me so much love and faith and everything, like, you don't understand how much that means to me right now, and I can't thank you enough for it. And I love you guys so much, and I know you guys are watching this because you guys tell me all the time. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Hopefully all better, everything's gonna be fixed. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go to bed because I have to wake up really early. Good night. Bye. I almost forgot to film this video, so let's start it now. Until I got bad again. Does that make sense? Like until I got that bad, until I hit that point. Can you move?
Just wake up.
I should have closed it. I'll try and record so I can get this over with. It's like legit in the middle of. Look at it.
At least it sound like mine.
Should I cover it? Should I cover it? I had just put.
No, I just leave it.
Like it barely ever happened. Okay.